This screencast will introduce the scope of this page and explain the cartographic decisions for maps included in this website. In this final project, I focused on the evolution of the Silk Road. Recently, China has come up with a new diplomatic policy, the Belt and Road Initiative, to stimulate the infrastructure cooperation with countries in Eurasia. Well, thousands of years ago, there was a trading route influentially stimulating the civilization, cultural exchange, and economic development across the Eurasian continent. Therefore, the BRI is thought as an inspiration and the revival of the ancient Silk Road. So in this final project, I create maps for the ancient Silk Road and also the modern BRI routes to see the changes of the Silk Road. The first map shown in the page is the reference map for the ancient Silk Road, which includes stops and routes. This is an interactive map from the ArcGIS Online. As many stops along the route, a static map might not be able to show details, so this interactive map will allow users to know more about stops along the ancient Silk Road. By simply clicking the stop, a pop-up will show up with the basic information of each stop. The second map in this website is the overview of modern routes of BRI. There have been two different types of routes, which I differentiated in two different colors. One crossed the Eurasian continent through the Central Asia, Middle East, and ultimately reach Europe. The other one is a maritime route through Southeast Asia, Indian Ocean, Suez Channel, and reach Europe. The countries involving in BRI have been labeled in yellow. As China is the initiator, it was labeled in pink. There have been many infrastructure projects and economic plans in BRI. Therefore, I selected representative railway projects and China's proposed economic corridors in the third map. We can see that these projects are mainly along the modern routes of BRI, and countries involved in are mostly BRI members. However, there is a limited space for the static maps. So, I create an interactive map including major railways, gas pipelines, and economic corridors. The ports are also included in this map, but users need to zoom in at a certain level to see them. Similar to the previous one, this interactive map still includes a lot of detailed information about these projects. Users just need to simply click the projects in the map, and the pop-up with the detailed information will show up. The last map in this page is a comparison between the ancient Silk Road and modern routes of BRI. This map is based on the routes and stops along the ancient Silk Road we just saw in the first interactive map. But I highlighted countries involving in the ancient Silk Road as a comparison to the participants in the modern routes. Also, I added those cities as significant stops in the BRI routes in brown, and the cities which are both in ancient and modern routes are bolded in this map. From this map, we can conclude that there have been more countries involving in the new Silk Road, and the modern BRI routes expanded further. I believe as the acceleration of the globalization, the influence of BRI will be more significant, and the cooperation along the modern BRI routes will be diversified.